There are far too many to list, but in honor of Naya Rivera, we'll try. Welcome to MsMojo, and today, we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Santana moments on Glee.
Oh, if I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn.
For this list, we'll be looking at some of the funniest, most heartwarming, and most all-around epic moments from Santana Lopez on Glee. Number 10. Calling out Mr. Shue. According to the Glee kids, Mr. Shue is basically the greatest teacher of all time, but Santana knows that not all of his lessons deserved gold stars. When Mr. Shue gets a complaint for his, let's say, inappropriate behavior in his Spanish class, he decides to incorporate his lessons into Glee.
Mr. Shue, though, I love that we're finally getting a Lima sound machine in here. Why now?
Santana, because it's long overdue.
The idea backfires when he performs while dressed as a matador de toros. Santana's look of absolute disdain gives away that she's the one who complained about him. When Shue has the nerve to condescendingly tell her that she's messing with things she doesn't understand, the student completely destroys him and his disrespectful lessons.
You don't even know enough to be embarrassed about these stereotypes that you're perpetuating.
That's not fair.
Isn't it?
We're used to Santana's silver tongue, but to see her use her powers to make such a serious statement is a whole new side of her.
I want to remind you of something that an amazing teacher once taught me. Without passion, you can't succeed.
Who taught you that?
You did. And you do. When you teach Glee.
Number 9. Stealing Rachel's thunder.
How many more people do we have left?
Just a few. Santana Lopez.
What?
Just as much as Rachel Berry loves being the center of attention, Santana loves, whenever the opportunity presents itself, to take digs at her for it. So when she discovers that Rachel needs an understudy for her Broadway role of Fanny Bryce, she naturally takes it upon herself to audition.
Get ready for me, love, cause I'm a comer. I've simply gotta march, my heart's a drummer. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade.
But it's not enough just to go out for Rachel's part. She does it in style, and sings Rachel's classic Don't Rain on My Parade.
Hey, Mr. Ornstein, here I am, I march my band down.
She performs a more pop-style arrangement of the song, and she absolutely kills it. If you agree with Santana that Rachel Berry got way too much attention in high school, then the look on Rachel's face during Santana's performance is everything.
Rain on my parade.
Number 8. Firing back at Kurt. Santana's wrath can be swift and savage, but honestly, Kurt kind of deserved it this time. When she proposed to Brittany, the whole Glee Club was shocked, but very supportive. Except for Kurt. He could have quietly expressed his doubts in private, but instead he openly voices his disapproval in front of everyone.
We're too young to get married. All of us.
He goes on about how they're too young and that it won't work out, completely ruining the moment. In response, Santana completely rips him in the middle of the hallway.
Maybe Blaine didn't want to be with someone who looks like they just removed their top row of dentures every time they smile, or someone who doesn't dress like an extra out of one of Andy Dick's more elaborate wet dreams.
She goes on a minute-long rant about how he's projecting his own insecurities from his failed relationship with Blaine onto her and Brittany. Santana is infamous for her brutal insults, but this one has to top them all. Did she even take a breath?
Maybe it has nothing to do with me and Brittany. Maybe it's just that you are utterly intolerable. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Number 7. Playing Anita. Rachel may have gotten the lead in West Side Story, but there is no doubt that Santana stole the show.
Puerto Rico, my heart's devotion, let it sink back in the ocean.
Up until now, Glee musicals have been unmitigated disasters, but as Mr. Shue said, this is by far the best musical McKinley has ever done, and they owe it in big part to Santana.
Without a doubt, the best musical McKinley has ever done.
Her performance as Anita is nothing short of epic, despite being relatively short-lived on screen. We get a glimpse of a possible future for Santana as a stage actor, and that future looks very bright.
I like the island Manhattan. I know you do.
She proves herself to be a triple threat. We already knew she could sing and dance, but now we know she can act too. Her performance in America is especially unforgettable.
Life can be bright in America.
If you can fight in America. Life is so bright in America. If you're a white in America.
Number 6. Coming out to her abuela. Santana struggled with her sexuality for quite some time, but after she's publicly outed, she has to muster up the courage to talk to her abuela Alma about it. Santana is usually full of sarcastic sass, but two things she takes very seriously are the way she feels about her abuela and the way she feels about Brittany.
Abuelita, I love girls the way that I'm supposed to feel about boys. It's just something that's always been inside of me, and I really want to share it with you because I love you so much.
So she speaks vulnerably and sincerely to her grandmother about her sexuality. Unfortunately, things don't go how she would have hoped, but it's still an empowering moment for her.
I want you to leave this house. I don't ever want to see you again.
Oh,
Go
you don't,
now.
I'm the same person I was a minute ago.
You made your choice. Now I have made mine.
She speaks her truth. And though Santana's love for Brittany seemed to have ruined their relationship forever, Santana showed us her forgiving side when she welcomed her abuela back when Alma came around and showed up to their wedding.
I've missed you.
I've missed you too.
Number 5. Her sectional solo.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water.
Santana has always had one of the most powerful voices in the Glee Club, but as it is an important running storyline in the show, she, like all the other Glee girls, is quite often stuck playing second fiddle, especially during competitions. But this time, in a twist of events, Santana gets her first solo during the New Direction's second run at sectionals.
And I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture.
We've seen Santana dish out some jaw-dropping performances before, but here we finally get to see her truly get the spotlight as she leads the New Directions to a win. Step aside, Rachel Berry, there's a new star in town.
Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
Number 4. Her unpep talk to Rachel.
All right, where is she? Kurt called me in the cab, told me what was up.
Santana and Rachel have had a very up and down relationship over the years, but they've always been there for each other when the other truly needed it. When Rachel is cripplingly scared to perform in her opening night on Broadway, the rest of the club knows that the only person who can snap her out of it is Santana. Santana isn't exactly the pep talk type, but she gives Rachel exactly what she needs in perfect Santana fashion.
You suck at so many things, but not at this. And the thing is that you don't even have to believe me or yourself. All you have to do is get on that stage and open your mouth.
Through a series of backhanded compliments, she reminds Rachel that there is no one better at this than her, and she encourages her to get out of bed and perform.
What are you all moping around for? It's my opening night! I'm talking about it!
Number 3. Performing River Deep, Mountain High.
Now I love you just the way I love that rag doll, but only now my love is grown.
It's a running theme throughout the show that the Glee girls feel neglected by Mr. Shue. They feel that he constantly gives Rachel all of his attention, and she's the first pick for any and all solos.
And I love you, baby, like the robin loves to sing.
Santana is tired of standing in the back and swaying, so she goes to her fellow Glee diva Mercedes with an offer. Team up on their duets assignment and show the Glee Club exactly what they're missing by always putting them on the sidelines.
That's right, girl. So if we do a duet together, we will be the undisputed top bitches at this school.
These two Glee powerhouses totally kill it with the show-stopping performance. No one's overlooking them now.
I love you, my oh my, yeah. River deep, mountain high, yeah.
Number 2. Expressing her complex feelings for Brittany.
I want to be with you, but I'm afraid of the talks and the looks
I mean, you know what happened to Kurt at this school?
We don't often get to see the softer side of Santana, and as much as we love her usual viciousness, seeing Santana be vulnerable is equally as amazing. Santana has spent a long time trying to sort out her feelings for Brittany. She even turned to Holly Holiday for help, and performed Landslide with Brittany as a way of expressing the feelings that they just couldn't say.
Time makes you bolder. Children get older, and I'm getting older too.
When Santana manages to find the words, she finally tells Brittany exactly how she feels about her.
I love you, and I don't want to be with Sam, Finn, or any of those other guys. I just want you.
Unfortunately, it doesn't go exactly the way she wanted. It's heartbreaking to see Santana finally put herself out there and get rejected, but it is refreshing to see her truly open up.
Get off me.
Before we unveil our favorite moment from this iconic character, here are a few honorable mentions. Unofficially breaking up with Brittany.
You know this isn't working. You know I will always love you the most.
Adele mashup and slapping Finn.
I heard that you settled down, that you found a girl and you're married now.
What are you talking about?
Defending Kurt and Blaine.
See, here's what's gonna go down. Two choices. You stay here and I crack one of your nuts, right or left, that's your choice. Or you walk away and live to be a douchebag another day. Oh, and also, I have razor blades hidden in my hair. Tons, just all up in there.
Her TV commercial.
I like yeast in my bagel, but not in my muffin.
Her smooth criminal duel.
Annie, are you okay? Would you tell us that you're okay? There's a sign in the window that he struck you. A crescendo, Annie.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Her tribute to Finn.
If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, send me away with the words of a love song.
Speaking of Santana being vulnerable, she's always had a really special relationship with Finn.
That's assault! No, this is assault!
So much so that she assaults Sue when she takes down a mural for him after he died. Though it's easy for her to express her anger, she finds it even harder than usual to let her guard down when it comes to expressing her sadness. She insults Finn before performing a heartbreaking rendition of If I Die Young.
The sharp knife of a short life. Well, I've had just enough time.
But she can't keep her feelings in for long as she breaks down during the song and runs off in tears.
No!
She later reveals to Kurt that she had a list of nice things to say about Finn, which shows how she truly felt about him.
He was a much better person than I am.
That is true. But Finn rarely cared about you. And I don't think he would have done all those things if he didn't think you were decent too.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.